All right, what's up, guys? Hope you guys are having a fantastic Sunday. I wanted to upload a quick video for you guys today to update you on the two possible bullish scenarios that we looked at in yesterday's live stream. So if you haven't checked that one, definitely check it out. But in today's video, just a quick update on what's going on with Bitcoin right now. All right, welcome. So if you're new to the channel, you know what to do. Hit that like button and subscribe. And yeah, in today's semi-bullish update on Bitcoin is sponsored by crypto.com. You probably already know all about them, but it's one of the biggest crypto exchanges with a ton of different crypto pairs available to trade with up to 10x leverage. And they have over 40 futures contracts that you can trade on the exchange, and you will actually get daily rewards for just being a member of the exchange. And they have no lockup period on the rewards for the balance on your account. So definitely check it out, guys. And if you use the link in the description below, they will give you $50 in CRO. So check it out. Use the link in the description below. All right, let's look at Bitcoin right here. So if you watched the live stream from yesterday, you know that I'm out. I'm out of the market, but I'm looking for an opportunity to get it back in as soon as possible. And I have two different scenarios that I'm watching. This is the first scenario. This is the swing trade that I'm looking at, right? So for me to kind of confirm the idea that Bitcoin is bullish on the higher time frames, and it's basically this, right? It's basically this idea. It's based on Bitcoin hitting the 50% fib here and using that area as support, and that is going to be the end of this bearish trend and hopefully start a new bullish trend up here, right? But I need confirmation to really confirm that. And the confirmation that I'm looking at would be the reclaim of this level right here. And this level is the area between, let's say, 52K and 54K. And we have right in the middle, we have the weekly 20 EMA. So it's actually a reclaim of the weekly 20 EMA that I'm looking at, right? And it's actually looking pretty good here, because if we look at the lower time frames, right? We look at the lower time frames right here, and you are starting to see somewhat of a double bottom here on the 4-hour. And that's really one of my favorite plays on Bitcoin high time frame, where you get a high time frame bottom, and that's like a double bottom on the 4-hour, right? It looks like a rounded bottom. It looks like a rounded bottom on the daily, right? So you can see here you have a rounded bottom. Looks like it to be a possible rounded bottom here, and that on the 4-hour, at least in this case right here, could potentially be a beautiful double bottom, a W on the 4-hour, with a break and retest of that neckline, which is also confluent with the resistance around the weekly 20 EMA, right? So that's the swing trade, and that's the high time frame confirmation that I'm looking at. So first of all, I want to see a daily close above the weekly 20 EMA. Preferably, I'd like to see a daily open and close above the daily, above the weekly 20 EMA. But you know that might not happen. The fact that you get a daily close above, and if you get a daily close above at the same time, so let's say the daily closes above here perhaps, and then you have a retest, a rounded retest on the 4-hour. So before the next candle, the next daily candle closes, you already have this, right? So the next candle is going to open here and close here, and that's just going to be a wick, but it's a beautiful rounded retest on the 4-hour. If that's the case, I'm going to be buying that. Now, if it's not clean price action on the 4-hour, I might very well consider buying if there's unclear price action on the 4-hour, but a daily open and close above the weekly 20 EMA on the daily. So that's the trade that I'm looking to take, right? That's a little bit lower risk and also a little bit lower reward than the next setup that I'm going to show you. And this is also something that I've covered extensively in the Birb Nest and in the live stream yesterday. And that is this setup right here. So as you can see on this chart right here, the range is quite clear. Range high, range low, range EQ, and range EQ stands for range equilibrium. It's basically the middle of the range. You probably know this at this point. So what we see here, right here, is you know what? Let's just remove that fib. If you want to know more about this fib here, why I've decided to add it like I did here, check the live stream, because it's not really that important for this update right here. So what I'm seeing is a possible double bottom on the 4 hour, right? But this could also be a high risk reward trade as a range play, where you would enter on the retest on the reclaim of range EQ, which is the let's say 49.5 area. So around 49.5 is the range EQ. And I would like for price to come up and test the range highs today, and then form around the bottom with a bounce on the range EQ. And you can kind of see that, you know, if I actually do add back the fib here, and I try to predict that this low, the move here, is going to come up and test the range high, you will see that the range EQ is obviously right on the 50% fib right here, but it's also, you know, it's a very good area, and you have the long RLC down here, so that could definitely be a wick down here, right? But I like this move because it's very clean from range low to range high, which is like the range EQ is in conflict with the midpoint of that whole move, obviously, because it's from range low to range high, and that's the moves that I want to be trading with around the retest, right? So this is one move, right? And it breaks the range EQ. And if it could come down for a rounded retest of range EQ with a 4-hour bullish engulfing or something like that, preferably I would like to have the stochastics below 30 as well when the retest happens. If that happens, you could very well take a long here, because it's also going to be a reclaim of the 4-hour 50 and the 4-hour 20 EMA. So I would definitely, you know what? I'm probably not going to take this trade, because I just feel like the first swing trade idea is just much more in accordance to my trading style, right? But if you're looking for a high risk to reward trade, definitely this could be interesting, where you want to buy a confirmed bounce here, right? So you want to see round retest hitting that level, 4-hour bullish engulfing, best case scenario, a bullish stochastics cross below 30 as well. And then what you want to do is you want to take some profits at range EQ and then start moving stops up, but leave the position open in case you get a breakout, right? And the profit targets for this trade, as I mentioned yesterday, would be TP1 range highs, TP2 54.7-ish, TP3 would be 59, and I would then probably leave a small portion of the position still open, and I would close it when we have a bearish break in market structure on the 4-hour. So that's it, guys. That's just a couple of updates for you guys. So yesterday when I did the live, we were trading below range EQ, and we have now broken range EQ to the upside. I've been getting a lot of DMs about, you know, what I'm looking forward to take the trade. A lot of people have actually, you know, taken this trade because they thought that all we wanted to see was a reclaim of range EQ or prices trading above, but that's not the case. I've been very clear about this. You want to see a rounded retest with a confirmation of a bounce here, not just buy blindly. So if we have a round retest and it tests that level with a confirmation, a confirmed bounce, that's when we want to be buying. But I'm not personally going to take this trade. I am going to take this trade. So I am going to wait for a break above the range EQ. I mean, the break above the weekly 20 EMA, and then wait for a rounded retest and buy that confirmed bounce. All right, guys, that's it. It's a quick update for you guys. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Sunday, and I would like to wish you all a great trading week next week. So make sure to be focused, disciplined, and not over trade. Wait for the trades to come to you. If you do that, I'm sure that next week's trading sessions for you is probably going to be very profitable. All right, guys, take care and see you guys in the next one.